ODing and have it get sent to the hospital. You got to take it. It's a proper portion, and that's it. You can't go anymore. So everything is created and it's good, like you said, but you're not supposed to. You have to obey certain commandments. Do you know what love is? What is it? Like, do you love the Lord?
I mean, I don't follow him 100%. You know what I mean?
So in other words, you're saying that for you to say that I love him is I'm lying because you don't follow him. You're not respecting him.
Yeah.
That's a good answer, bro. Straight up. Because I'm gonna show you what love is. This is 2 John verse 6, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. So you got that sincerity. That's good, because in order for you to show that you love the Lord, you have to obey the commandments that he has in the Old Testament, and there's commandments in the New Testament. There's 613 commandments that you have to abide to the best of your ability. You understand? So that was a good answer. It says, and this is love, that we walk after his commandments. That this is the commandment, that as he have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. So the commandments were given a long time ago, and we're in 2017, and we still have it. You see what I'm saying? And this is part of a man that fears the Lord. He's going to do all the things that the Lord requests and requires to receive what? What does everybody want? Where does everybody not want to go when they die?
Yeah.
But everybody wants to receive what? To go to heaven, right? So in order to receive salvation, you have to obey. You have to follow certain requirements. And a lot of people, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why I don't understand why it's so hard to give up pork. It's easy. But anyway, right here, look.
It's easy to have a problem with women, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's your thing? You have a problem with females? I think we all men do, man. All men do. Hey, as long I mean, if you have a problem with women, then that's something that you would have to fight on your own. But if you're committing adultery, that's a whole different thing. If you're dealing with women that are single, that's cool. But protect yourself, be wise, because you don't want to get caught up. You don't want to be in the fucking hospital, man, you know what I'm saying, with the IV connected to you because of HIV. But if you're popping women that have husbands, then you're going off, man. That's a crime worthy of death, to commit adultery. And adultery is what? When a woman is already, she has a man. Even if she's saying, oh, well, I don't give a F about him, this, that, and third. And if you lay with her, that's adultery. So you gotta, if you're dealing with women that are single, then that's good. So what is your problem? Like, what's your problem with women?
Well, I have a girlfriend, and we have 3 kids. We're not married, but
yeah,
she lives with me, but I still like being with other women.
Yeah, that's in a man's nature, bro. But what it is too, in our society, today's society, they look down on that. They look down on that, right? And you look down on yourself. You think you're a sinner. You think you're going off because you see other women that are attractive, but you got your main one, right? That's your wife already, bro. Once you lay with the woman, that's your wife. They don't take no ring. They don't take, like we talked about Esau, the white man, ruling and governing our lives and everything. And one of his ways is what? Is when you go get married under the state. Here in Texas, sign that contract. You're giving the state power over you and your wife. And nowhere in the Bible does it say to do that. It tells you what makes you a man and a wife is when you pop it. So you as a man, you see other women, that's okay. As long as she ain't with another man. But you gotta know the consequences of it. Is that your main one, she ain't gonna ride with it. She ain't gonna be okay with it. It's gonna cause a lot of trouble at home. So be wise. Like, should I do it? Nah, you know what? I don't want to deal with her.
I mean, she called me a lot of times already.
Yeah. So she don't trust you, though. Man.
She don't want to leave me.
She don't want to leave you. And then stay with her, man. Because if you do, you never know. She might hit you with child support. She might do all kinds of stuff, man. But I'm just letting you know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's like society looks down on that. For a long time, when I was, how old are you?
19.
19. When I was about your age and stuff like that, I looked down on myself because I was the same way. But when I found out the truth, I knew that the way I was being taught was a lie, man. It's not that I'm not going out there being a pimp and whoring around. I'm not doing that. But I know that I can be. If I see a chick, if I have my main one, she's at home and me and this girl hit it off, cool. And if she's down, I'm gonna, whatever happens, that's it. That's between me and her. But that's not me going off. If I found out she has a man, I have to get away from her. See? But don't be going out there getting yourself in trouble over it. If your girl knows you're doing dirt, you know what I'm saying? If in her eyes it's dirt, don't do it. For the kids' sake, for your own peace of mind. You understand? You'll be alright. Yeah. You'll be alright. But the primary thing. It says
in the Bible you can't get any tattoo.
Yep. In the Old Testament, you can't put no markings on your body or prints. But I mean, that you did that in the past, right? And you knew it back then. But now I'm telling you, you can't do it. So from here on out, someone told you, because this thing is for real, man. What I do is for real. I've been coming out here in this city for the past 8 years, doing this thing every weekend. And everybody, they all know what's up. Like I'm serious about this. And the Lord prophesied that we're gonna come out here and teach. Just real quick, this is Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 15. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So I'm feeding you with knowledge and understanding, letting you know certain things. It's not coming out from one of these fake pastors and preachers in these churches. They don't really mean it. They're out there for money. See? So I'm letting you know. Now you may mention out your own mouth. You can't get no more tattoos, man. Most High hates that because your body's a temple. That's where the Spirit dwells in your body. You're destroying your body, man. Just like when you tag up one of these temples, the store, who's inside the store? Who's inside there? People, right? So when you tag up, you hit up a burner, you throw up on a building, what do? You get in trouble for it. It's called vandalism. You're vandalizing your own body, man. You're destroying your body like that. You can get hepatitis, what was it? Hepatitis C. You can get diseases from that. All for what? Just because you want to look cool and because you want to represent something? It ain't worth it, man. Plus the Lord said it. That's the primary thing. I got a tat. Probably look and see if I got it. I got one, that's it. And I got that when I was like 8th grade. And I felt guilty as hell when I got it. After that, I didn't get no more. But it doesn't mean that you're condemned. You know what I'm saying? Just do right. Get it right. If you know it, don't do it. It's already in there. You start doing things willingly, you start willingly sin. You know what that means? You start just doing it because you know you want to and you can. And that's when the Lord's going to start casting judgment on you. Man. So you stopping right here, there's no reason. There was a reason why. Whether you wanted to see what it was all about or whatever, the Lord's word don't go out void. It's always going to prosper. And it's going to go to where it's going to go and do what it needs to do. The Lord. So, yeah.
Put your videos on YouTube? Or?
Yeah, on YouTube.
What's your channel called?
It's GMS, He Is Hired Servants.
GMS?
GMS, He Is Hired Servants.
He's hired servants.
That's my channel.
Has anybody ever came out here like, hey, what are you doing?
Oh yeah. I've been threatened that they're gonna kill me. I've been put in jail. Guys trying to plot to try to jump me, but the Lord's always protected. Guys walking right up and down right here trying to intimidate me. Women getting in my face. And the Lord said that's what's going to happen to a true man of the Lord. They're going to be persecuted, mocked, and scoffed at.
What about white people that are good?
The white people that are good?
Yeah.
Then there's probably a chance that they might be an Israelite. It's not based off color. It is not based off just saying, oh well, someone could be like, oh, I'm Mexican. Okay, that doesn't mean that I'm looking at that person. Like for me, having the knowledge that I have, if someone says, oh, I'm Mexican, that don't mean nothing to me. I have to read the spirit. I have to see who and what you are. Inwardly, not because I see your flesh or because you told me something with your mouth. Reading you. That's how I can discern if it's an Israelite or not. So if it's a white person, so-called white Caucasian, coming up here, and he asks or she asks, what are you about? What are you doing? She's listening. He's listening, being calm, patient. I'm reading it. I'm looking. I'm analyzing their spirit. There's a good chance that it's an Israelite. It's not based off color. It's just for truth's sake. The Lord is a so-called black man, and the Negroes are dark skinned. They're not really black. You know what I'm saying? This is black. They're brown. They're dark. Like, remember that old school rap song or rap group, the lighter shade of brown? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they're a darker shade of brown. We're just the lighter shade. But so-called white people, Israelites can be look like white people. There's Israelites that can look Chinese, Japanese. It's not just the so-called Mexican or blacks that they're all Israelites. Because you might have blacks that are Edomites. You might have a Mexican that thinks he's Mexican, but he's really an Edomite. And the Lord hates Edomites, man. He hates them.
He'll kill them?
He's gonna kill them. Look, I'll show you. In the New Testament, because it's out of the Old Testament. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Right? As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Lord hates these Edomites. But today, a lot of people, they don't know who they are. That's why I'm out here telling them. It's like there's three group of white boys that walk. They're fucking probably military. They look like military kids. And I told them, y'all come from their forefather Esau. They're Edomites. They didn't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they walked on their way, but I'm letting certain people know who they are. And if they want to rebuttal, they can stop and be like, well, what makes you think I'm an Edomite? Oh, then that's when we'll discuss. We'll have a dialogue like me and you are right now. Not violently, not getting all loud and stuff like that, but just talk and see what's going on. And if that person wants to retain the information, it's gonna stay with them. But if he wants to reject it and get all, wild and acting a fool, then more likely that person's probably something else. Because Israelites, man, they're truly calm people, patient, humble, loving, caring. But when they have to get violent or they have to protect themselves because somebody's messing with them, you know what I'm saying? So there's just certain things you can discern through the spirit on how to know if somebody's an Israelite or not. But there are some so-called white people, because they're not really white. They're pale. They get hit or whatever. What happens? They get red. You know what I'm saying? That's that blood goes up to the surface of the skin because they lack melanin. Like Negroes, they have the full potential. They're brown, dark brown, and that's called melanin, and it protects them from the UV rays from the sun. Whites, they can't. That's why they get skin cancer. They get burnt, looking like a piece of bologna or a weenie that you throw on the skillet or on the grill. That's because of that curse. So whites, they're not really white. They're really pale. So there are some pale people that are Israelites. They're not all Edomites. Why? What's your dad? What's your dad? Like, is he Mexican? Yeah. So
family Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican. But through your spirit, I'm reading you. Come from here, man. They're Issachar, and it's crazy. It says, what is the national animal over there in Mexico? Which one? The eagle?
The snake.
Well, what's the burro?
Donkey?
Yeah. Is that not one over there?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Well, that's one of them, right?
Depending on where you're going.
Okay, look.
The city.
This is in Genesis chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass. What's an ass? Is a strong ass. Couching down between two burdens. Now, Jacob had 12 sons. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher. Jacob, before he died, he gave his sons prophecy where they were going to be at a geographical location in the last days. In Genesis 49:1. And Jacob, remember I told you, Jacob, his name was changed to Israel, called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together. There you go again. Gather yourselves together. Be one. In the last days, that's what's happening right now. I'm not the only one that does this. I got brothers over there in Dallas, Texas, San Antonio, New York, California, Hawaii, Africa, Europe, doing what I'm doing right here with the camera, with the same sign, speaking the same message. It says, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And I'm going to jump down to your tribe, Issachar. It says, Issachar is a strong ass. So a donkey is known for that, carrying a heavy burden, right? Okay, so-called Mexican, he can carry a heavy burden, like work-wise. They can work, nothing, not be phased. Am I right or wrong? Work right. Sun, where do they like to take a rest? Where do they rest at? Like when they're working, where do they rest? Wherever, where it's shade, right though, right? Siesta, by a tree, under the trailer. Not even care if a snake comes crawling. No, they're just there chilling, just taking rest. Anyway, it says, Issachar is a strong ass crouching down between two burdens. And he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant. See, it's a geographical location where Issachar was going to be in the last days. And bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. That's how we know that Issachar is over there in what they call Mexico today. Because what's in between Mexico, what's in between, what's above Mexico and beneath Mexico? You got
North America, South America.
Exactly. Those are those two burdens. It says, and he saw that rest was good. So Issachar, when they got to that land, they saw, okay, yeah, we'll take this portion of the land. They saw that it was good, right? Got the avocado. They got, all kinds of different fruits and minerals and things of that nature. It says, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear. He bowed his shoulder to bear. Bear what? I'll show you. And became a servant unto tribute. When did that happen? When he became a servant unto tribute. What is tribute? Where you offer yourself over as a servant. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened was whenever the conquistadores came and took over the Aztecs. The Aztecs, they didn't fight, man. They fought, but they didn't have enough time to fight, because once they were in, the conquistadores started killing them. But they ended up surrendering, and they bowed themselves over and saying, hey, well, use me, I'll be your servant. That's why Issachar is down, ready to work for Esau. Oh man, what do you need done? What do you want done? What do you want clean? I'll clean your house, I'll take care of your kids. So that's where they became a servant. That's what we are at today. You're still a slave.
Why is Mexico so crazy then?
Why is it so violent over there? Because it's just evil, man. Like, it's not just over there too, it's even here in America. But I know what you're talking about, the cartels, and
evil.
I know what you're talking about. It's just different situations, man. Like, it just.
I'm from El Paso. I'm from a different. Yeah, Mexico's right there. So.
Waters. It's just part of it, man. Just the wickedness that's over there. You got just got certain wicked individuals that are living there. You know what I'm saying? The Bible refers to them as like rebels and bloodthirsty men, doing all that decapitation, skinning, and all that stuff that you do over there. just got wicked individuals, man. You gotta escape from that, and that's for the Lord's protection.
Not even California is even that bad.
It's bad over there in Mexico. Well, I know it's chilled down over here. I don't know about Juarez. I know like over here, or between was it Laredo, and I don't think over here at Bunya border, but I know I'm not too familiar over there in Laredo, or not Laredo, but Juarez. It's pretty bad. It was bad over here too, man.
People get hit on gunshots from their cross, hit people,
Crossfire,
drivers,
bystanders.
buildings.
Yeah.
Not even that. It's just bad place to live, man.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend's dad, he shot himself in the head in front of me. He's like all sad and shit because they're gonna kill him. He shot himself.
Yeah, man.
And like I didn't cry or nothing, but not like it is.
Yeah.
It looked like purple. It's like purple.
It's bad, man.
But I gotta keep going, man. I'll look you up on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Like I said, it's called GMS. He is hired servants. Yeah. All right, man. Take it easy. All right. Well, man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work of sincerity and truth. Keep pushing, keep fighting, man. We're almost out of here, Lord willing. This is it, man. You know what I'm saying? We're time to go home. Let's get this shit over with. And the Most High has that, keeps that hedge of protection, man. But we're gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with that. Say Shalom.